Hello, family. Pastor Willingham here again for 2023. Year's still young. We're still laying that foundation for 2023. And I'm going to say to you something that um, we need to do better. Maybe is take charge. You know, there are situations in life that we need to take charge of, and sometimes, again, we're not where we need to be. We're not yielding what we should yield from something because there's a way that we could be more assertive. There's a way that we could take better command over situations, and I'll show you what I mean here in Exodus 4 verses 2 through 4 that read this way. And the Lord said unto him, what is in thine hand? And God is talking to Moses here. And Moses said, a rod. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. And so, what is God teaching Moses here? That, as a leader, and as the person in charge of our lives and the things that God has put us in charge of, we have to take charge. There's some things that we have to take by the tail. And I tell you, when he cast this rod on the ground, and when the thing got out of his hand, it was a serpent. It was an enemy. And sometimes that's the reality of life. When there's things that should be under our control, things that God has given you the dominion to have a rightful authority of, and we don't take the rightful authority over things that God has given us authority over, those things, as they say, come back to bite us, because we should be in control. And many times we're not assuming the level of control where we have the power, where God has given us the power. And in fact, Moses ran from it, from the serpent, the thing that he had in his hand. When it got out of his hand, he ran from it. And sometimes that's where we are. There's something that should be in our hands, that when it's out of our hands, it turns on us, and then here we are running from the responsibility, or afraid to confront something that should be under our control. But what did God show Moses here is that he had to put forth his hand and take it by the tail, and that's what we have to do. There are circumstances in life that you had to stand up to, that God has given you again the authority to control. And, perhaps you surrendered your authority on something that God is saying to you, uh, regain your authority, stop giving away your power. And only thing it takes for you is to put forth your hand and grab that situation by the tail, and it became a rod in his hand. Moses got control over something that God meant for him to control. And so look over your life. Are there areas of your life in which you have surrendered control, which you have given away your power? And if so, then for 2023, I tell you what, you can take things by the tail that you should control, and take control over things that God has given you the power and authority to do it, so that you can move your life in the right direction. And so, again, I invite you to subscribe here, and I thank you for supporting, and God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.